Who's ready to do some art?
Me.
Yeah, me too. I love grid drawing. Let me tell you, when I discovered grid drawing, I started to produce art that was very professional. I actually produced really amazing artworks when I found out about grid drawing. So can everybody please hold up the activities, the handouts that I gave you? Hold out your handouts. Have you got handouts? Where are they, Apple? Show me what you've got, darling. Yes. Show me. Yes. Yes. Good. What else have you got? Misso, please take off your blur because I can't see anything. Now, has everyone got you too, Emma? Take off your blur, honey. I cannot see a thing when you're holding up. Yes. Good. What else have you got? Misso, please take off your blur because I can't see anything. Now, has everyone got you too, Emma? Take off your blur, honey. I cannot see a thing when you're holding up. Yes. Good. What else have you got? Misso, please take off your blur. Dorothy, I can hear myself talking. I can hear it's repeating what I just said.
Your own voice?
Yeah, I can hear my own voice. I just said something. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
All right. Because I spoke for a long while and then I heard it back, the whole thing. All right, so let's go, kids. First thing I want you to do. Okay, where's all right, the first one I want you to take out is this one. Has everybody got this picture?
Yes.
All right, good. Now, I need you to all right, this is a really important part of grid drawing, okay? Now, a lot of people in the previous classrooms, they did not do this right and they struggled, okay? Now, I need everyone, hang on, let me bring this a little bit closer so that you guys can really see what I'm doing here. All right. All right, so everyone's got this, yes?
Yeah.
Good. Now, I've folded mine. That's why you can only see this part. What I need everyone to do, wait, I'll just take my spotlight off so you can see me do this. Right, can everybody see me in a large scale? Can you see me in a large scale here? My wiggly fingers, yes? Now, see up here, we are going to write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to write it in red so that you guys can really see this. There's 1, there's number 2, right? There's number 3, and there's number 4. I only wrote it in red so that you guys can see it. Now here, down the side, I'm going to write the letters. So I'll start with A, B, C, D, and E, right? Now, on this side, we're going to expand. We're going to enlarge this elephant on this side, but you need to do the same. You need to write the numbers and, of course, the letters, okay? The letters on this side. Actually, let me just pull it up a little bit so you can see the whole picture. That's it. All right. Now, we're going to start I'm going to put them up here because here there wasn't much space. That's why I put them in there. But just put them on top. 2, 3, 4, just like we did up there. And down the side, I'm going to put A, B. You can't really see that, can you? C, D, and E. So basically, these are relatively empty, these squares. That's why I put them inside. That's fine. Now, what I want everyone to do is grab a piece of paper, if you can, like, you know, those Post-its, you know, those small Post-its. You can grab those. I'm just trying to look for mine. Can't find them anywhere. Where are they? Here they are. All right, I've got these little Post-its. You don't have to have these. You can just get normal paper. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to look at what is in A1. You saw the video, right? You saw how they separated each square separately. So here, I'm just going to look. Wait. I'm going to look at, because you need to see this side, yeah? I'm going to look at what is in A1. This square is called A1. This is A1, right? And we need to see what this is. This, now tell me if you think this is correct, right? I'm not looking at the elephant. I'm not looking at the bigger picture. I'm only looking at one square at a time. So here, do you think this is correct? Who thinks that is correct? Yes, no, maybe? Is it correct? Hello? Put your thumbs up if you think it's correct.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, it's not correct. You know why it's not correct? Because it's too high. Look how low it is. It's low in the corner, you see? So this line that I put here, it's way too high. It must be a little bit lower. So if you look here, it's about halfway. So if I draw the middle, right? The middle would be about here. The middle would be about here, right? That's the middle. And this is just a little bit over. So that's where I think that line should start. And where should it finish? So if that's the middle, it finishes just inside the middle. So here, I think this is a much better representation of this. Now, let's have a look at them. Are they the same now? Do you think these two are the same now? Yes or no?
I think so.
Yeah? It's much closer than this one was. I'll draw the other one in so you can see the difference, right? Who thinks this one is much more similar to that line than this line? Okay. Yeah? So that's what you guys need to do. You need to look at one box, one square at a time, okay? And then fill it in. Now, we're going to go over to this one now, right? Now, you can cover number 1 up, number 1A, if you want to, right? So that you can only focus on one at a time. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what's happening here. Now, remember what we said. This is around the center. It's around the center. If you draw a line right in the center here, that would be the middle point. So it's just over. So here is the middle point. And so now, well, first of all, you know what? I should just continue this line. So you know how we had a line go up? This is his ear, right? But we don't care about whether it's his ear or his nose or his foot. We're just looking at the line. So here, right, we're going to follow through like this. And then we're going to go down. There's a bit of a dip, right? And here, what is this? I don't know what this is, but I'm just drawing what I see, right? Now, you can make it thicker just like it is here if you want to. You don't have to. You can just draw lines and not worry about the thickness of the lines. And here, what's happening here? There and down, down, down. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, one square at a time. We are not even thinking about an elephant. Are you thinking about an elephant? Don't think about an elephant. We are thinking about the lines in the square. All right, let's move on. I'm going to move over to what's the next one called? If this is 2, what's this one called?
2A.
Well, that's 2A, but what's this one? The next one over. What is it going to be called?
3A.
3A, right? So this is the next one. So I don't want you to look at the elephant. If you look at the elephant in whole, you will get intimidated. Okay, intimidated. You'll probably get scared. So we don't want that. We want you just to look at. Now, I feel as though you need to go over a little bit at a time. Right? So there. See what I'm doing? Just a little bit at a time. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. And look at this little whisker thing. It looks like a V. It looks like the shape of a V, right? And there's a V going that way. Okay, it might be a little bit too over that way. But anyway, so can everybody see what I'm doing now? I'm moving now. My next one is going to be number 4A. Don't forget, we are only on A. We're only on this row, right? But I'm going to cover them just so that I don't get confused. You can cut up some pieces of paper in squares so that you can do this too. All right, so now there's a nice big thick line. If you want to make it thick, be my guest, right? You don't have to. You can just draw lines, all right? You can just draw lines. It's all the same. All right, so I reckon it's actually I've gone a little bit too over. So I'll just go in a little bit because it looks like, no, that was good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now I'm ready for line B, okay? Row B, should I say, row B. This is the next row I'm going to do. Ooh, does that look like an elephant's ears? It does already, doesn't it? Yeah, I love it. Already I can see that I'm starting to draw an elephant. Okay, now don't get too excited. Remember what we said. You only look at one square at a time. So I'm going to cover these top ones because I don't want them to confuse me. And now I'm going to do one square at a time. I'm up to B. Look at this squiggly line coming down. Right? So this is around the center, isn't it? So this line here is around the center. And there's another little tiny line there. Right there. And now I've got some squiggly, like an S shape or a wavy line. So it goes like this, like that. All right. Now there are some lines going in. I don't know what these are. The creases probably. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they are. All you need to do is follow. Just follow what you see. Follow what you see. That's all you need to do. And I drink a little bit of water. What are you doing, Rosie? Are you doing this activity too, Rosie? Are you doing this activity? Come on, Rosie. Everyone has to do this. All right. What are you guys up to? I'm now up to my, ooh, look, there's the eye. I'm doing my eye. So I'm going to cover that up so I don't get confused. And this is now, make sure you are on the right square at all times. If you're on the wrong square, it's not going to look like an elephant. It'll probably look like some other animal. All right, now I'm always using a pencil for these things. I'll go over it in a marker, right? I'll use my marker later, not now, because we're always rubbing out, aren't we? Oh, so here, this is, if you remember, it's the top part of 2A. 2A was that top part we did here. And now this is just like following through, right? Like this, right? Now I'm going to start. This looks like the eye, and there's like a really fierce looking eye here. And there's the eye. So there are quite a few lines, right, that you have to copy. And some of them are a little bit confusing, right? Just follow, just whatever you see, you do. That's all you need to do. Now notice how I'm rubbing out, doing it again, right? It's very important that you do the same. We never, ever get it right. Well, unless you're an absolute professional. Look at me. I'm always chopping and changing and rubbing out. It's all very, very good. Don't worry about always having to rub out and redo it. That's why we use pencil, so we can do that. Very important to understand. We need practice in order to be perfect. So don't be too hard on yourselves. All right, so there's my eye. And I've got like this very weird looking, I don't know what it is. Is it an eyebrow? I'm going to go over, I'm going to open it. Oh, there it is. So I've just gone over to, what is it? What are we up to? B3 now. And can you see how the eye is just coming down right on the line there? Right on the line here. And the eye is like very creepy looking, actually. Very creepy looking. So I'm constantly picking up the rubber, going over the lines. All right, now I'm going over, oh, there's the other eye, right? So I'm doing B3 now. Make sure you're checking B3, right? Make sure you're always checking that you are in the right square, right? So now I'm going to go like this. And starting to look like an elephant. Okay, let me see what you've done so far. I just want to have a look at how everyone's going. Can everybody hold up their work? Ooh, Miso, that's awesome. Have a look at Miso, everyone. I'm going to share Miso's work. Check it out. My goodness, that is so good. Good girl. Excellent work. All right, who else wants to share? Hold it up so I can see you. Candy, amazing. Tina, Rosie, cool. Mina, absolutely fantastic. Good. Everyone is doing so well. Good, good, good. Fantastic. All right, keep going, guys. We're going to do this one here together. Very good, Rosie and sister or friend? Is Rosie, is that your sister or is that your friend? Okay, now I'm doing my what am I doing? B4, right? So having a look here now, I'm doing this last one, okay? So there's 4, I'm doing B4. So I'm going to cover up. I want to cover up everything else because it just confuses me, right? It confuses me. It might confuse you too, right? Eventually, you won't have to cover them up and you'll be able to do it. But sometimes the eye plays and you just can't seem to get it right, you know? Can't get that image right. But that's okay. We're still learning. We're all learning here. Okay. Wow. I'm very happy with my drawing. How about you guys? Are you guys happy with your drawing? Yeah. So it's just a matter of looking at the square one at a time so that you can. All right, I'm finished with my A's and my B's, right? Now I'm going to go to my C's, right? My C's down here. I'm going to cover everything up that I don't need. And then I'm going to cover up whatever I've already done just so I don't get confused. And now I'm going to cover up the rest of the C line row, and I'm going to focus on A, CA. Okay. Now, ooh, this is interesting. So obviously this is going to be part of the ear, right? Part of the ear. And this is probably, oh, I know what that is. That's its tail. So I'm going to find where this line ends, and then I'm going to go up like this. And again, you don't have to, but you can do the thicker lines separately to the thinner lines. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, guys. Yep. Now, I think that's its tail. All right. I think I'm about ready to move on to number C2. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at C2, guys. That looks really complicated. Look how complicated C2 is. Oh, no, I'm scared. Tina, I'm scared. Look at that. How am I going to do all that? I'll tell you how you're going to do all that. One line at a time. Okay. So I'm going to bring that. What am I looking at? I'm looking at part of the nose and the tusk, right? And part of the ear and the body. That's what I'm looking at. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what part of the body. You don't have to know that information, right? It's not important. What you do need to do is just take it one line at a time. Now, here is part of the trunk, I believe. But yeah, I prefer you don't really look into that, because it's just another way. It helps you look better when you don't really know what you're drawing, and you just do the line. Just do the line. That's all. Just draw the line. Drawing the lines, and that's all you need to do. Your job is to look what each square is offering and read it, just like you read a book. Read the information in each of the boxes and draw the line. So we're reading the lines and then we're copying them. Oh, I actually managed to do that. I'm very pleased with myself. That was a big one. I wonder if we're going to have more difficult ones like that. The first one was the easiest, don't you think? Don't you think A1 was the easiest so far? Oops. Okay, so now I'm going over to my C3 box. Okay, C3. I'm going to bring them over. Ooh, this is the actual trunk. Can you see that? Now, cover just outside the lines of the box, yeah? Just cover just a little bit outside the lines. Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is really going to come together soon. It's already coming together. Now, notice how I'm always reaching for my rubber, because if I make the slightest mistake, if I feel like I've made the slightest mistake, it's all good, because we just rub it out and try again. Now, you know what a trick is? To use the lines around the square. For example, where is this line coming? Look at this line that I'm doing now, right? Is it next to the bottom part of this square? Yes, it's down here, down the bottom part of the square, right? And this one as well. And then we've got pretty much a straight line for a nose. You know, I think drawing in those thick lines, it really adds character to the picture, doesn't it? Who thinks that making the line thick or thin adds to the picture? I do. I think it adds to the picture. So it's around the middle, it's around the bottom, it's right around there. Okay, I'm ready. Are you guys ready to move on? Oh, this looks really easy. What are we up to? C4 now. I don't know what line you're up to. What square should I say? But I'm up to 4C or C4. Yeah, C4. And this one is just as easy as A1. Look how cool. This is an easy one. So it's just a squiggly line, squiggly, squiggly, squiggly. Yep, just to finish off the ear. I don't think I saw that line coming in there. Yep, just a little bit. And now I've got to do the end of that, the tusk. What do you call that? Is it a tusk, a horn? What do you call that? Ivory. I know it's made out of ivory, but tusk. An elephant's tusk. Oh, that was easy. Look, I'm already finished. Already finished. Wow, that looks like an elephant, doesn't it? How's yours looking? Let me see, Miso. Wow. Amazing, Tina. Absolutely stunning, you guys. Stunning. Now, remember, we are only doing one square at a time. If you are getting a little bit overwhelmed means a little bit scared and anxious, right? Fantastic, Miso. Fantastic, Candy and Tina. Good. We're going to finish this elephant in a very short while. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's just keep going, finish this, and then we're going to go over it in a marker, right? We're going to go over it, and it's going to look, I'll show you what it's going to look like. It's going to look like this. Can everybody see that? Right? But keep going. Now I'm up to my D. Is D a little bit less confusing? Is it less complicated? Let's have a look. Oh, there's a couple of difficult ones there. Now, first thing I need to do is look at D1. D1. What is that one? All right. This one, D1, is relatively easy. Look how easy it is. Can you see how easy it is? Just a few lines, but wait till we go to D2. Oh my goodness, it's another very complicated one. Okay. So this is the tail. Have you seen an elephant's tail? It's so tiny and so delicate and very fragile compared to the rest of its body. It's just a small little thing. It's like a little mouse, actually. All right, so now, yep, that was easy. That was very easy, I'd say. Okay, now I'm going to move over to, what's this one? D2. Okay, I'm going to cover the rest.
I'm done, teacher.
Sorry?
I'm done the picture.
Sorry, Mina, what did you say?
I'm saying I'm done the picture.
You've done. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. Whoa, that's awesome. Okay, what I want you to do now is I want you to go over it in a marker. Okay, see this marker? Right?
Yes.
Have you got a black marker? And then as soon as you've gone over it with your black marker, I want you to rub out whatever pencil markings you made that you didn't cover with your marker. Okay, good girl. And show us what you've done. And anyone else who has finished their drawing, they can do the same. They can just go over it with a marker, even though I like the pencil. The pencil's nice too. Anyway, let's just keep going. Oh, this is a very difficult one. Ah, what is this? Is this? Oh, it's the leg, and I thought it was the trunk. It's just the leg. Okay, gotcha. It's the leg. Some people are very fast at doing this. Some people are not so fast, which is perfectly okay. It's not a race. We're not in a game to see who can do something the fastest. We are in a race who can do it the best, who can do it well. It's not really a race, actually. Not really a race. You know what I mean. There's the task. This line here is covered up by a thick line, isn't it? I need to bring this over a bit. Oh, that's the trunk, right? It's really thick here. Okay, I have no idea what I'm drawing here. I can't really see the bigger picture, but you don't need to see the bigger picture.
Teacher Vicki,
Yes,
I'm almost finished.
show me. Whoa, Miso, that's awesome. Now, Miso, can you do the same as what I said to Mina? Can you go over it with a marker, a black marker? Do you have a black marker like this?
No.
That's okay. You don't need to. It's not absolutely necessary. So just wait for us, Miso, okay? Can you share your work again? Let's share your work again so everyone can see. Yay, that is so good. Are you happy with it? Yeah, good. So just wait for us, honey, okay? Just wait for us to finish because I know a lot of people haven't finished yet. So we'll wait and then we'll get on to the next activity. Okay, so if some of you are finishing, maybe I need to hurry up and finish mine. Maybe I need to just hurry up a little bit. So now I'm going to D3. Now that's the trunk. That is the trunk. Yeah. They're really looking. Yeah, you have to be really, oh, look at that. Hey, I got a free ride. There's nothing here on D4. Absolutely nothing. Yay. That means I don't have to do anything. Okay. Now I'm going to the feet part, yeah, which is E. Now, I've got very little to do in E1. Notice that? E1 has got absolutely the least amount I have seen so far, right? So it's just the line, I think it's the back leg, and then that's it. Just a very small line across there. I might have gone a little bit over here. All right, now I'm going to, ooh, there's a whole foot there. Notice that? There's a whole foot there. So just draw the lines. It doesn't matter what you think it is. I know you know it's a foot, but don't keep that in mind. Do not think about a foot. We're not thinking about a foot. We are thinking about lines. Now, this activity is a little bit like a line activity. Okay, it's showing you how to draw using lines and using the grid drawing method. I love drawing like this whenever I have a big project. Oh, just this is the best. The best. Sometimes when people need to get images onto their canvases, they use this method, and some other people use the overhead projector. Oh, this is my last bit. That's it. And then I'm finished.
Finished.
All right, guys, let me just finish mine. I'm going to get everyone to hold up their work in a minute. And then we can move over to our next project. Ta-da, I'm finished too. Wow, that looks like an elephant, doesn't it? Now, if you did not know that that was an elephant and you did one square at a time, you would be very happy and very pleased to see this end product here, okay? Now, what's the next one? What's the other one behind open up your elephant page, and what do you have? I think you have a dog, is that right?
I can't see anything on the back of the paper, teacher.
I don't want to open mine up because mine's got a cat, and I know yours doesn't have a cat. Yours has a dog. I've got a cat one, but I can't find my dog one. So basically, I just want to see. Yes. Now, Emma, can you just hold that up, darling? Can you hold that up? Everyone. Oh, hang on, Emma. All right. Can everybody? Yes. Everybody must do this one for homework. Now, please, everybody, before you do anything, I want you to put the numbers in. The numbers at the top and the letters down the side. Can everybody do that now? You can use a red pencil or you can just use your grey lead pencil. We need to, just like we did here with the elephant, because a lot of people forget to do that. So with your, see, I can't find my, cannot find my little doggy. I know I photocopied it, but I can't find it anywhere. All right. So can everybody show me how they've numbered? 1, 2, 3. Is it 4 across? Good. Show me, Emma. Good. And you're going to do that for homework and put it on Zello so we can see. All right. And everyone else is going to do the same. Good, Candy. Very, very good, everyone. All right. So that's why I got you to do that. Now, another one you're going to do for homework is the little chick. The chick. Yeah. And I want you to color them in as well. Where's the chick? Good. Everybody with the chick, put your numbers and letters in now. Because everyone, when they start doing this for homework, they always forget to put the letters or the numbers up the top and the letters down the side. So do that now so you can have it ready for when you go home, right? You can do this. All right. All right. Now with this one, I kind of want you to go over it with a texter, like the way I'm going to do this now. Okay. You don't have to, but I like the idea of this looking like a texter. Yeah. I also like the pencil, I must say. The pencil looks amazing as well. See how dynamic? It looks really dynamic. And, you know, those thick areas, those thicker lines, they look really amazing with a texter, with a marker. Oh, God. I always call it texter. We call it texter in Australia, by the way, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. Texter is this thing here, right? We call it texter in Australia, but no other country calls it texter. I know, it's very annoying because nobody knows what I'm talking about. All right, now it looks really dynamic when you go over it in a marker. That's what I want you guys to do, okay? You don't have to do it with all of them, but this elephant, I want you to do it, definitely I want you to do it with a marker. Then we can move over to our next activity. Oh, thanks, John. John just said in the chat that it looks amazing. Thank you very much. You should join us, John. Why don't you join us? Why don't you join us with our art activities? Now, you do realize once you learn this technique, you can use it and apply it in anything that you want to draw. All you need is a ruler, right? You need a ruler and a pencil and then a photograph, right? And a photograph that you are able to draw a grid over the top. Okay. So you just need like a grid over the top of your picture, just like this. See, let's pretend that this was a photo. You need to draw a grid over the photo. Now, you'd probably want to ask your parents if you can destroy the photo by going over it, right? But there's another way of doing something like that that doesn't need you, doesn't require you to go over and destroy the photo. And I'll show you that in a minute.
I'm finished, teacher.
Okay, show me. Anna, hang on, let me spotlight you. Whoa, did you go over it with a marker? You did. Amazing.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
My
you
pencil
haven't?
is
Oh my
so
God,
dark.
that looks amazing. Did you use just a pencil, did you?
Look at my yes.
Awesome.
My pencil is so dark.
Let me see who else wants to share. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to share all these amazing artworks. Guys, let me see. Wait, hold it up, Elsa. Hold it up. I've got to do this one at a time because have a look, guys. Have a look at these amazing artworks. Hang on, Anna, where did you go? Elsa and Anna and Apple. Show me Apple. Right. And Nina. Okay, guys, have a look at all these. Woohoo! These are awesome. What a great elephant. And you know what? You guys can do this with any other picture. Now, who has got these at home? These plastic. Do you have these plastic things that we put things in? Does anyone have these plastic, like we put paper in them like that? Does anyone have these? No? Have you ever seen something like this before? Oh, Anna, did you say you have them? Yeah. So what you can do, I'll show you what you can do. I need a picture. Wait, let me just get a picture. Okay, so I'm going to just find a picture here. What can I draw? All right. So let's pretend that this is a picture of you and your brother. See that?
Yeah, but
see that
only
picture?
yes, we can see.
Right? So what I do is I put it in this leaf, in this plastic leaf. I put it all the way in, right? And I fold it over, so make sure that it's in place. In fact, what I would probably do is I'll probably put some sticky tape in it just to make it sure that it is nice and stable, because I do not want it to move. So there it is there. I've just put a bit of sticky tape on there. Now, what I'm going to do is if you don't want to wreck your piece of paper, right, you fold it in there, right, like this. I'm going to actually make sure that that is nice and tucked away. I'm going to put some sticky tape on there, right, like this. That. And then I'm going to bring this down. You don't have to do that, but I think it's a good idea just to get the excess plastic out of the way, right? Now, what you need to do is with a ruler, right? With a ruler, you start drawing your grids. Do you know what I mean? just like we have a grid here on the elephant, right? We have a grid on a piece of a picture. So you start making a grid. Now, what's my grid going to be? Let's just do it 2 centimeters, okay? So I'm going to put 2 centimeters. Every 2 centimeters, I'm going to do a dot, 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 and the last one is off there, so I don't need to do a dot. And then I'm going to do the same on this side, down the bottom. All right, so this is how you can create a grid drawing with a photo that you do not want to destroy. Does that make sense? And then you just draw your lines. So this is going to be 2 centimeters apart. And then I start drawing. Now, am I drawing on the photo? Am I drawing on the photo? No, I'm not drawing on the photo. I'm drawing on the plastic. You see that? And that's how you draw. If you wanted to draw this picture of you and your brother, right? This is how you do it. It's a very good system. And I highly recommend you do something like this one day. You get a picture that you really like, or even if it's from a magazine, yeah? And then you just start doing this grid system. This is the only reason why I'm doing this is so that you know you can do it on a photo, yeah, on one of your favorite photos. Now, I've already got my 2 centimeters going downwards. Now I have to make them go across. So I'm going to hold it up like that. And I'm going to do another 2 centimeters. I'm going to do dots. Yeah, just dots. Now, remember, the dots have to be at the top and the bottom so that my lines are straight. You cannot do dots just on the top. You've got to do them at the bottom as well, because otherwise all your lines are going to be wonky. Right? Now, there's the top part. Now I'm going to do the bottom part here. All right, does everyone understand what I'm doing and why I'm showing you this? It's so that you know how to create a grid drawing with a photo that you like. Now, I just pull this out. Hang on, I can't even see what I'm doing here. I just pull this out of a magazine. My goodness, I can't even see what I'm doing here. I can't. I just pulled this picture out of a magazine, but this could be like a really nice photo that you like. Now, what I'm doing is I'm getting a 2 centimeter grid, right? 2 centimeter squares. Now, when I'm finished doing this, I've got my grid, and then I just have to, type. I've got to make sure I put the numbers and the letters up there, right? Right. Okay, you don't have to always choose another picture with a grid. You don't need to pick things like this to do a grid system. You can do it on anything. All right. So there's my favorite photo. And I want to draw these. So all I have to do is now find another piece of paper to draw the grid so that I can transfer this image onto another piece of paper, right? And there you have it. And I just have to write A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's only a little bit of 6. Notice that it's just off there. And then, of course, I have to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, right? And now I have to get another piece of paper in order to draw a grid. Obviously, I'm not going to do the same size. I'm going to do a bigger one. So this is very much like this side of the grid elephant drawing, okay? So that's that. What that is, what this is what this is. And then we take another piece of paper and we draw the elephant, or we draw the picture. Now, I want everyone to grab an A3 size paper, A3. Let me just put myself on spotlight so you can see what I'm talking about. Can everybody see this piece of paper that I'm holding up? Look how big my hand is on this piece of paper. Is it big or is it small?
Small.
Yep.
And small against the paper.
That's right. My hand looks small against this size because this is an A3. It's a big one. It's a big one. But if I hold my hand up on a smaller size, right? This is a smaller, look how big my hand is. It's almost half, right? So this is an A4. Everybody should know this by now. And this is an A3. We need to get an A3 size paper. A3. Okay. Now, I want everyone to take this. Everybody see the horse? Have you got the horse? Hold up your horses, guys. I want to see your horses. Show me that everyone has got this photocopy. Yes. There's the elephant and there's the horse. Correct, correct, correct. We're going to do the horse today. Now, we do not have, just like we had here with the elephant, we do not have a grid that is next to it, right? So we are going to draw up our own grid for the horse. Okay, we're going to draw up our own grid for the horse. So I want everyone to take their A3 size paper. I'm going to have to lift this up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Good. Now, does everybody understand how we did this part? Does everyone understand how we did this? Yeah? You don't have to do it now. You can do it at home. I'm just showing you some tricks that you can do at home when you get off this call. All right, moving along. All right? We're not going to do the elephant today. We're going to do the horse. So we're going to do a horse and an elephant today. All right, we've got two elephants actually. We did this elephant. We did the adult elephant, didn't we? And there's another elephant for you to do in your own time. We're going to do the horse today. So everybody has an A3 size paper. What we're going to do is we are going to create a grid and we're going to draw a huge horse. Okay, this is what we're going to draw. That's not light. See that? That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to rub out our grid. We are not going to keep our grid. And then if you want to, you can color your horse. Yes.
I don't have A3.
All right. Can you put two A4s together? Have you got sticky tape? You can put two A4s together. I'll show you. I'll show you how you can do that.
Yeah.
So here's your piece of paper. You've got two A3 size papers. So whoever doesn't have A3, you get two pieces of paper like this, right? Two pieces of paper like this, and you line them up and you put sticky tape at the back. Have you got sticky tape? Have you got sticky tape? Who was the person that asked me? Who was the person that said to me that they didn't have A3? This is what you need to do. Can you see how I'm just going to sticky tape the two pieces of A4 together? And when I lift it up, I'm not going to draw on the part on the back where it has the sticky tape, but I will draw on the other side like this. And that way you have an A3 piece of paper. All right. Now, I'm not going to use that because I already have an A3 size paper. So we're going to start by drawing some lines. Now, please do not press too hard. I'm going to say that again. With your pencil, Do not press too hard. You know why? Because I want you to rub it out later. Okay? I do not want you to press so hard that it's hard to rub out. Now, the first thing I need you to do is 5 centimeters. So everybody needs to start at the very, very edge with a 0 on the corner. You see that? The 0. Can everybody see where my 0 is? There's my 0 there. Right? I'm going to put the 0 right on the corner, and then I'm going to do dots every 5. Who can count by 5s? Let's count together. 5. What's next? 10. What's next?
15.
15. Next?
20.
Yes, next?
25.
I might have to get up to do this. 20, 25, 30. Keep going. 35.
35.
And the last one is 40. Okay? You might need to bring your ruler across because it's a little bit long. Yeah, the A3 piece of paper is quite long, and some of these rulers are short. They're only 30 centimeters. I should buy a 40 centimeter ruler. I keep telling myself that I have to do that, but I always forget. Now, we're going to put some more of those dots. Now, I've got my dots up here. Can you see them? They're a little bit light. You can't really see them too far, but I have to do the same down the bottom because when we join them, they have to be exactly 5 centimeters parallel. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to count again down the bottom part of my paper. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move mine across. I know this area doesn't really show too high. I know you can't really see from too, this is a little bit too close, I know, but that's the highest my tripod goes. My tripod is short. All right, let's go. Now, I have to draw lines going downwards. Okay, so I'm going to join my dots. Be careful not to join the wrong dots. So now I have to draw. Now, do not press hard. Why can't we press too hard? Why is it important not to press too hard? Who can tell me? Who can remind me why we can't press the grids too hard? The line.
Yeah. We will erase that after we draw a horse.
That's right. Perfect. Good girl, Anna. All right. Nice and lightly. Somebody needs to mute themselves. Now we're going to have to do the same going the other way, right? So you have to do the same going the opposite way. So there's my lines going down. So what does my grid say on my drawing of my horse? How many lines do I need across? It says here I need 7 lines, yes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to count 1. Don't forget, we're going to rub these out. That's 2. So I'm not drawing them too dark. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess what? We don't need these last ones. Okay, that's number 8. We don't need this at all. So we don't even need this last line. So this is where my drawing is going to stop. I don't need this last line, right? We don't have a number 8 here on my grid drawing with the horse, right? So I'm going to put this away for now, and I'm going to draw now my other lines going the other way. So how many, what did we say we needed? We need 5 centimeters, right? We're going to start 5 centimeters, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 spaces. So I'm going to start from the very top, and then I'm going to go 5 centimeters I'm going to just draw some dots, 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 right? This one. Okay, so now I'm starting to draw my lines across. So we're drawing a grid, but this time it's going to be 5 centimeters for each of the squares. 5 centimeter square, we call that. You guys can't probably see what I'm doing here because I'm not pressing my grid too hard. I'm making sure that I have a very light line. You don't want that to show. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, what are we going to do down the side? A, B, C, D, E, and F. F is just a little bit shorter than normal. All right. Now, this is what I have to do. I have to draw my horse. Remember what I did? Remember what I did with my pieces of paper? Remember how I did one section at a time? I'm going to do the same here, okay? Now, notice how up the very top with my A, right? A doesn't have a lot. Can you see that row of A? A doesn't have anything for A1, nothing for A2, nothing for A3, A4, there's just a bit of clouds in there. I'm not going to worry about that. But A5 is the top of my mountain, right? I've got a mountain here. So that's what I'm going to do, and A6 as well, right? So this is very easy. This is probably the easiest line in the whole of the drawing, right? I feel as though I'm always rubbing out, never getting it. Sometimes we just don't get it right the first time, and that's perfectly okay. Now, I'm going to go to my next row, which is going to be my B, right? Just like we did with the elephant, and a little bit at a time. So I'm doing my B1s now. Okay, my B1 right here, B1, and this is probably the back of my mountain, right? Moving over to, I can see a little bit of the horse's ear here, and of course the mountain in the background. So the eye, or the top of the eye, is coming like this, and the ear, I think the ear goes up to about here. Okay. And this is my mountain. It's coming, joining up there. Right, there's the back of my mountain. And I've got these lines going across. And I'm doing B3 now. Now, remember what I said, you just have to cover up whatever feels like it might confuse you, right? Make sure that you're doing the right one in the right space. It's very important that you join it up. So I'm doing B3 now, B3. And the ear is coming down, and then the top of its head. All this, what do you call the top of, this part might be a little bit difficult to do because this whole ear, you're not getting much help. It's just a whole ear that you have to draw. And some people just don't know how to draw a whole ear. How's it going, guys? Okay, I think I've done the top of his ear, top of his head, should I say. And now this is an easy part because all it is the mountain that's coming down. Yeah, that's pretty easy. And these are more mountains, but make sure that you stick with the grid. Stick with each square. Whatever each square tells you to do, that's what you have to do. Sometimes you get a bit ahead of yourself and you do more things than the grid actually says. Now, when you're rubbing something out that you didn't quite look quite right, be careful you don't rub out the grid as well. Because if you rub out the grid, you will have no guidance. Yes? The grid is what guides you, tells you where to draw what lines. And now I'm doing the side of my mountain. And you know what? You don't have to worry too much. It's just a mountain. You don't have to worry too much about that. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. But you do need to pay special attention to the horse because we all know what a horse looks like, whereas mountains can look like pretty much anything. You know, mountains have all sorts of different sizes and heights and shapes. Yeah. Whereas a horse doesn't change much, does it? When everybody knows what a horse looks like or should look like. Yeah. So I'm up to my C's now. Ooh, I'm really progressing. I'm up to my C. So I'm going to do the nose now. See that? I'm up to this part. I'm up to this part. C2, because there's nothing in C1, thank God. Don't have to do much work for that. Oh, this is a bit tricky, guys. This is a bit tricky. There's the eye and the nose coming out. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. And I might adjust it. I might adjust it later when I have to go over it with a marker. See that? Okay, now I'm going over to C3, which is pretty much the whole face, isn't it? The whole face of the horse. I. You can't do this quickly, can you? Yeah, you really have to take your time. All right, kids, it's nearly time to finish our lesson. You guys need to continue doing this, and you have a lot of homework to do. What is your homework?
The dog.
You have the dog,
The chick.
the chick, and
The horse.
the horse. Now, don't worry about doing the other elephant, okay? Don't worry about that. You can if you want to. If you want to do this elephant, you can if you want to on another piece of paper, but you don't have to, okay? But I definitely want you to finish this horse on this large piece of paper. And when you finished, right, this is what it should look like. I want you to rub out all the grids, all the letters, and all the numbers. And if you want to, you can color it in as well. Who wants to color theirs in?
Me.
Yeah, you can, definitely can. All right. So you can go over it in a marker, or you can just leave it in pencil and color it in with colored pencil. All right. I'm going to go over to my horse's mane here, which is going to be the hair that's flowing at the back of the horse's neck.
Teacher,
Yeah.
can you tell me where I can find this type of photo? Because I find on Google it doesn't have this.
Sorry, what is it that you wanted? You wanted to find what on Google?
Yes.
What is it that you want to find? I don't know.
Um, how can I say that? My camera has has some trouble, so
Oh,
I cannot start my turn it on.
you can't start what?
My camera had some troubles
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
so I cannot turn it on. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Yes, you're going to have to either find a technician in your area that's going to help you with that. Can you go to a shop? Maybe they can help you, a shop that knows about computers.
Sorry.
Can you find someone to help you, like a professional? I don't know. I don't know how to help you with technology, darling. You need to find someone else to help you. Maybe someone, John, can you help Laurie find out how she can get her computer going?
You mean
John?
the camera?
Yeah.
You mean the
Sorry,
camera?
not her computer, her camera, I meant to say. Yes. Because you've never
Well, I have already sent her the ask to start video, so if she click in and it still have can't go on, then I suggest her to restart her computer and join in the room again, and then maybe the camera will work again. I'm not very sure. That's just my way, but she have to try.
right. That's some good advice. Maybe you want to turn off your computer, turn it off and then on again. That's usually a good way to sort out some problems with computers. I know it's helped me before.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you work it out because I'd like to see your face in the next lesson. and your work. I want to see your work.
But if it still didn't work, then I think it's something to do with her computer. So she had to go and fix it.
Yeah, I mean, yes, this is an online lesson. It has to, without it, because when you're doing something and you need help, I can help you when I'm looking at your work, It's impossible for me to help you if I can't see your work. So try and get that fixed, Laurie.
Yes.
All right, kids. Nearly finished with the lesson, but I'm not finished my drawing. What do you think of my horse? Can you even see my horse? Right. Now it's not finished, but I will finish it later. And then I might even color it.
Wow, that's cool.
Thank you. So this is the grid drawing. Who knew about the grid drawing? Who didn't know about the grid drawing? Put your hand up if you learned something new today. Did you learn something new about the grid drawing? Yes, Misso? Who else? Who else has done this grid drawing for the first time? Apple, did you know about this grid drawing? So everybody knew about the grid drawing? Is that what you're telling me? Now, Mary.
We learned that in Art 1.
Mary, can you hold that up again, please? Now, I'm just wondering why you created a grid drawing in marker. You were supposed to do it in pencil so that you can rub it out. Okay. Look at my grid. It's in pencil and it's in very light pencil. Did you not get that? Did you not understand me when I said don't do your grid in dark marker? You're supposed to do it in pencil because we don't want the grid to show.
I finished and I drawing again. I use marker.
Yeah, I know, but you don't want that marker. This is what we want, right? We want a picture of a horse without the grid. You understand?
Yes.
This is what we want to do. So you can't draw the grid dark. You have to do it with pencil, but very light because then you're going to rub it out. You understand?
Okay.
All right. Now, kids, hold up your work. I want to see your work before I leave. I want to see what you've done. Now, Ben, why is your grid so dark? Ben, you did the same as Mary. Huh? Good, Candy. Good, Emma. Now, this is what it should look like. You see, Emma? Her horse is there, and then her grid is in pencil, but it's very light. You understand? Ben, you need to do your grid because we're going to rub out the grid. Emma, hold it there. Oh, sorry. Do we have two Emmas? Do we have two Emmas? Okay. All right, kids, it's the end of our class. I can't wait to see these in Zello. Make sure that you post them. I want to see your drawings. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. See you later, guys. See you next week.
Goodbye, teacher. See you this afternoon.
Yes, I'll see you later, John. Bye, kids.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, teacher.
Good job. See ya. Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah. Goodbye, see you again.
Bye.
Okay, everyone, please leave so I can end the Zoom, please. Apple, Tina, Elsa, please leave so I can end the Zoom.